Mr. Zahawi, what's your reaction to tonight's result?
It's truly humbling. The people of Stratford-on-Avon have clearly come out and given their support to me again in a much bigger way than even I expected. In 2010, I had a majority of just over 11,000. I think tonight, I haven't done the exact numbers, but I think my majority is at about 22,000. I shall never forget who has sent me to Westminster to represent them. I will always work to champion the cause of Stratford-on-Avon, both at Westminster and of course at home. We've got some big issues that we need to deal with. And I'd like to deal with them on a cross-party basis. You know, if you think about the local plan and needing to get that in place so we can protect ourselves, so we can build the homes where we want them, not where developers want them. The chronic traffic problems that we have in Stratford and the surrounding areas. We need to make sure that those traffic summits now turn into action and a proper action plan, both on the Birmingham Road and of course a second river crossing and a relief road, if that is what the people will support and want. These are the sort of things I'll be working on. Of course, nationally, the people have voted, I think, both in Stratford but also nationally, to continue with the long-term economic plan. We're halfway through. We've got to now deliver the second half of that, balance the books, begin to run a small surplus so we can begin to pay the debt down. At the same time, helping those who are trying to work hard, young families, 30 hours a week of childcare, those who are retired to retire in dignity, and of course, young people in Stratford, 3 million apprenticeships in the next Parliament. I want to see more people going both to college and apprenticeships, but as well as going to university. We're going to take the cap off going to university. These are the sort of things that I wake up every morning and I want to work hard to deliver on.
Who do you see David Cameron doing a deal with later on this morning?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate because we haven't got the full results. Now, some people are saying that we might have a overall majority. That's how well we've done. There's swings certainly across the West Midlands, Nuneaton, North Warwickshire. We're picking up seats across Solihull. We're picking up seats across the West Midlands and in London, of course. We're doing well. Again, this has been a good night for the Conservative Party. If we get an overall majority, which is what we've been working for, David Cameron has been saying day in, day out, look, I'm working towards a majority, and many of your colleagues who are far more cynical, I should suggest, were saying, oh, well, no, you can't do it. Nick Clegg says you're dreaming, or you need to go in a dark room somewhere to try and, effectively sell a different idea to the country. I think that David Cameron will, in a few hours' time, not long to go, Preston, will set out his plan for the future of the country, and I can assure you of one thing: he will put the country first.
Why do you think the opinion polls got it so wrong?
Well, I've been telling my colleagues at YouGov day in, day out that on the doorstep, and we've been pounding the doorstep every single day in every town, every village and parish in my constituency, and of course we've been offering mutual aid to Nuneaton and other parts of the West Midlands. I've been telling them that on the doorsteps it feels a lot better than even 2010, when people wanted to get rid of Gordon Brown, but they didn't quite know what the team coming in would actually deliver. Now that they know that the team has delivered a long-term economic plan, they want to make sure that that is secure. They didn't want to waste 5 years and start all over again with a socialist government that would take us backwards rather than forwards. They were also worried about the SNP and what the SNP would do to a weak Labour Prime Minister. Those were the things that were coming through. I was telling my colleagues at YouGov, look, there's something happening here that none of the pollsters are picking up. There needs to be a post-mortem on this. They need to... all the polling companies got this wrong. Last night they all converged on a sort of evens tie in the battle between Labour and Conservative. We're seeing a very different result tonight. Some people are saying we're up to 38%. We got 36% in 2010. No incumbent government has ever, since 1983, has ever improved the number of seats. It looks like we're heading that way. David Cameron has delivered that long-term economic plan with George Osborne, with a great team, and his country has placed their trust in them again.